Ladies and gentlemen, before we start our podcast this evening, co-host Max would like to give you a very special message.
This is a horror podcast. If you do not like Huggy Wuggy, get out because this is going to be about Huggy Wuggy today.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for yet another episode of Scary to the
Max.
My name is Glenn, and I will be one of your hosts, but I am joined by my wonderful co-host and son,
Max.
Max, how are you doing today?
Good.
Good. I'm so excited that you wanted to do another episode of Scary to the Max.
Yeah.
We did a couple episodes, and do you know it was almost a year ago from our last episode?
Did you tell me that?
I did tell you that.
Yeah, you did.
I did. We did our last episode, I believe it was in December of last year, and I think we did Hotel Transylvania and Escape. What was it called?
Escape the Undertaker.
Escape the Undertaker, and that was a creepy one, right?
Yeah.
But we still had a fun time doing that episode, and I'm glad we're doing another one now. And today we're gonna do a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah, a video game that you found out about. Is that right?
Yeah, I basically had the Huggy Wuggy plush for, I think, about 2 years now.
You had the Huggy Wuggy plush for a while. And what is Huggy Wuggy from?
Poppy Playtime.
Poppy Playtime. And that is the name of the game that we're going to be doing today here on Scary to the Max. But it's been a little while since we actually did an episode. So allow me to remind everybody what we do here on Scary to the Max. We talk all about
spooky things.
Spooky things for adults?
Both.
That's right, because we're trying to find different spooky things that kids and adults can enjoy together.
Yeah.
And we do that we've done video games, some toys.
We don't even have a video game out. What are you talking about?
We're doing a video game.
Yes.
Oh, excuse me. We haven't done video game yet, but we're doing a video game now. We do all types of spooky things.
Yeah.
We'll talk about all types of spooky things on this show. We are also going to be talking to you about some different spooky movies that you can watch in our segment I Scream, You Stream. And then also we're going to talk about some cool horror like toys and collectibles in Shop Smart. So Max, if you're ready, I think it's time that we spin the wheel for our first segment of I Scream, You Stream. What do you think?
Yes.
Awesome.
It's time.
All right. So on this wheel, we have 3 different movies that you can watch either on Netflix or Amazon Prime. Can you read them to me?
The Addams Family. Ernest, Scared, Stupid.
And this one?
Paranormal Park.
Very good. Those 3 movies, Ernest, Scared, Stupid, The Addams Family, and Paranormal Park, all on our wheel, and whatever the wheel lands on, that's the trailer we're going to watch. So, Max, use the mouse and go ahead and click that wheel. The wheel is spinning. Spinning, and it's landing on...
Addams Family.
The Addams Family. So,
I want to tell you something.
Go ahead. You tell me. Oh, they're clapping for the Addams Family.
I seriously am sick of waiting for Chapter 3 to come out.
Well, listen, we can talk all about Chapter 3 once we get to Poppy Playtime, but right now it is time to check out the Addams Family.
Yeah.
What a lovely morning. Time to wake the children.
Hello world is a song that we sing.
All right, I'm awake.
A whole lot of loving is what we'll be bringing.
Darling, is that really as tight as you can make it?
Hello.
Wednesday. What do you have there?
I'm not sure.
There's usually a murderous clown attached to the other end of these.
We'll make you happy.
Thank you, old boy. Lead the way.
Make you happy.
It's all so different.
Pugsley, don't drink it all. This gentleman wants some too. What a nervous man. Welcome to the neighborhood. What an interesting home. Fire in the hole!
You sunk my battleship.
Yes. These people are monsters. They'll ruin the neighborhood.
Hey, neighbor. What'd I do?
Deep down, we're all the same. Let's show them what it means to be an Addams.
This is gonna be lit.
Choke on this. I've got candy. Oh, yes.
Yuck. I've done this thousands of times.
Give my creature life! Live, I tell you, live!
Totally awesome.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Got the rollie on my arm and I'm pouring Sean down cause I got it going on. Gossin, you made it!
What do you think, Max? That was the trailer to The Addams Family.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Now, there's actually The Addams Family 1 and there's The Addams Family 2. And if you want to watch The Addams Family, you actually have to go check it out over on Amazon Prime. We have this on Blu-ray. What do you think? Will you be watching The Addams Family in the future?
I don't really know.
Not sure. No. Does it look scary?
No.
No. And did you see where the Addams Family actually moves to in the movie?
New Jersey.
They moved to New Jersey.
That is literally where we filmed.
That is true. That is true. It's not nearly that scary in New Jersey, guys. I promise you, it is not that creepy. But we are going to be looking at some creepy toys.
Why is Kissy Missy there?
Well, listen, we have not yet get to Poppy Playtime, but we are going to be there soon. But we got to check out some of these toys first. In our next segment, Shop Smart. All right, let's start off. We're over here on Amazon, and in Shop Smart, we pull up. In Shop Smart, we pull up different types of horror-themed kids' toys. And the first one that we're going to be looking at is
Rainbow Friends.
Rainbow Friends, and it's called the Horror Friends Building Set. It is 7 different colors, all the different colors from Rainbow Friends. I'd never heard of Rainbow Friends before, Max, but you've heard of it before.
Yeah, you've played it before, you know.
I have played it, but you heard of it before I did.
Yes.
Can you tell me and tell everybody listening kind of like what Rainbow Friends is about?
It's about these different creatures that you have to do tasks while they're trying to kill you. And they do jump scare you.
What do you have to do in Rainbow Friends? What type of tasks do they give you?
Tasks to like you have to put blocks and fuses and fuel packets and batteries into the machines, which are in the feeder room.
And then what happens after you finish these tasks?
The goodbye party happens, then you lose all of your boxes and no hiding places, which is the boxes can help you hide from the Rainbow Friends.
That's right. Every single level in this game, you have a different task. And when you complete one task, another monster comes out, and you have to do their task and over again, and it gets like a little bit creepier. It's not too scary. It's an online game that you can play where?
Roblox.
It's actually free. It's pretty neat, and it's really not that spooky, is it?
No.
Definitely not as spooky as a game that we're going to talk about later.
Like
Poppy's Playtime, of course.
Yeah.
But
Huggy Wuggy, you know.
Huggy Wuggy is much scarier than any of the Rainbow Friends, that's for sure. But basically, these Horror Friends building sets, it's one of every of the Rainbow Friends, and they're almost like little Lego minifigures. And you get 7 of them for $26.98.
Whoa.
Is that cheap or is that expensive?
pretty expensive because I think you could build these with normal Legos. You could.
You 1,000% could build these with normal Legos if you had the right pieces, or if maybe you felt a little creative and you wanted to draw on them. I'm sure you could build these yourself. There's only 7 of them, and for $27, that's pretty expensive.
Yeah.
And for a lot of these, like different...
26.
$26.98. You're right.
Yes.
You're right. I'm
What
sorry.
are you doing?
My apologies.
But it's pretty close, I mean.
Yeah. It's,
just like 2 cents away from
I was close.
27.
I was close. But for $27, it's a little pricey. And for a lot of these different, like, special looking Lego figures, you can actually get these on AliExpress for way, way less. Like, I'm talking like $10 maybe. So if you're ever interested in any of those custom like Lego figures, like as I'm looking at these, and if you check the link in the show notes and you think like these aren't quite right, like you can get the same type of ones over at AliExpress. So it's definitely good to go check that out. Our next toy is going to be the Monster Flex stretchy toys for boys and girls. 14 unique stretchy monsters. These are $14.99. And they are like a bendable, stretchy type monster, and there are 14 of them. Take a look at these, Max. What do you think about these guys?
Oh, those look cool.
Yeah, I think they look at that werewolf.
I just want to say something. Why is Robux up there?
You see the Roblox
Whoa,
icon? Oh, yeah.
That is very weird.
Well, you know what? We do see the Roblox icon. It was probably because we were looking at toys that come from Roblox.
Like Rainbow Friends.
Like Rainbow Friends, so that makes sense. But check out all these different characters that the Monster Flex guys come in. They have like 2 like goo monsters. There is a
gargoyle.
Oh, thank you. I couldn't remember what they were called. There's like an evil like crocodile or snake. There's a werewolf. The werewolf looks great. There is actually like this Grim Reaper. That's like a Grim Reaper looking guy. He actually looks like from the movie Scream. There are a couple ninjas too, if you don't like the spooky ones. There is a pumpkin, like...
That's a scarecrow.
Oh, like a pumpkin, like a scarecrow with a pumpkin head? Creature from the Black Lagoon.
Oh,
That's
yes.
okay, that's okay. And then I know you know that guy.
Dracula,
and what's that?
Zombie.
And a zombie. The zombie, you can see his brains. These look really cool. I actually really like the werewolf, and I like the...
Grim Reaper.
What'd you say, Gremlin?
Grim Reaper.
The Grim Reaper's cool. The zombie looks good. The faces and characters on these look really neat.
Dad, do you actually want these?
I don't know, maybe.
If you want them, just ask Santa.
That's what I'm gonna have to do. They are 7 inches tall, so they're pretty tall. And they're bendable and flexy. We used to have something like this called Stretch Armstrong, and you could stretch him. What do you think? Would you play with one of these?
Yes.
But those are really cool, and a couple of them glow in the dark. So definitely worth checking out the Monster Flex stretchy toys. And then lastly here, we're going to be looking at the U2's Huggy Wuggy 4.4-inch vinyl figure. This is kind of like a pop figure, but they are much more expensive, and they are the like official Huggy Wuggy vinyl figure. So if you're looking for like a Huggy Wuggy Pop, who is of course from what game?
Poppy Playtime.
If you're looking for one of those, you probably want this one.
Yes.
What do you think about like the face on this Huggy
Pretty
Wuggy?
good. I'd say it's better than that image right there.
And now it comes on this like little base that it sits on, and it's got like the really sharp teeth.
Yeah.
And now you've seen a lot of different Huggy Wuggy type toys.
Yes.
What do you think about this compared to like the Huggy Wuggy plushes?
I mean, I can't really decide besides 2 of my favorite toys, I mean.
It's hard to choose, right?
Yeah, because Huggy Wuggy is kind of my favorite horror monster.
Yeah, he's definitely
And
one
like
of your
horror
favorites.
monsters in Chapter 1.
The only thing about these is that they're just like little vinyl collectible statues like the pop figures, but they're much more expensive than a pop figure. They're about $35.
Well, probably because they're so realistic and they're unofficial.
They are official, absolutely, and they are very, very good looking. You guys can check these out.
Yes.
They are linked in the show notes. They are the U2's Huggy Wuggy vinyl figure, and you can check out their store for all the different toys they have.
Yeah, because if you download the game, you can kind of like get all of the official things.
Yep, you can go check out the website for Huggy Wuggy and Poppy Playtime. We'll put that in the show notes as well.
I don't even know what it's called. What's it called?
What's what called?
The place where you can buy official Poppy Playtime toys.
Oh, well, I'm going to put the link over in the show notes, and we're going to talk about it right after we watch the trailer for Poppy Playtime.
Terrible things have happened. Where do I even begin? You are perfect. Too perfect to lose. You're in grave danger. She's watching your every move. So you better be careful. Mommy doesn't like guests. A new playmate! It's been so long.
All right, so that was the trailer for Poppy Playtime, and I had to use the trailer for Chapter 2. There's 2 chapters of this game out so far, and the trailer for Chapter 1 doesn't have any words in it. So if I played it for you, you wouldn't really get an idea of what's going on in this game. And the game, of course, is called Poppy Playtime, and you can actually play it a few different places. Max, where did we play this game?
Computer.
On the computer. You can get this on Steam on the computer, and it's also available on an app on both iPhone and Android. So you can play this a lot of different places. Max, where did you first hear about this game? Because I am kind of shocked that we actually play this together.
Flea market.
You saw something at the flea market, right? What did you see there?
Huggy Wuggy plushes.
You saw the Huggy Wuggy plushes, and Huggy Wuggy is probably like the main kind of character in this game that you run into. I don't know if he's a bad guy yet. What do you think? Is he bad?
I don't know.
As we start to play more chapters, we're learning more and more about Huggy Wuggy, and we're not really sure whether or not he's bad. But you saw his plush in the flea market, and can you tell everyone kind of what Huggy Wuggy looks like?
He looks like a blue guy with a sharp head, and like his lips are kind of with a heart head, and his lips are kind of like a heart. Then he has like eyes with the white pupil, and he has very sharp teeth.
How many sharp teeth?
Probably like 300 or something like that.
Yeah, he does. Does he look friendly?
No.
No, he definitely looks scary.
He looks like a killer.
He does. He definitely looks super scary.
He looks like imposters.
He looks like an imposter from Among Us. He definitely looks scary. If you've seen this before, you definitely know that you have, because the character of Huggy Wuggy is ultra creepy. You can check out the link in the show notes to the game, and you'll see his face. He is real scary. But we talked. You asked me like where he came from, and I'm like, oh, he's from a video game. But did you hear about him at school or something? Like,
yes.
How did we end up playing the game? Do you remember?
Jacob. He was like, but I don't remember how. Jacob just introduced me to it.
Yep. And basically one of your friends at school brought it up, and then you asked me if we could play it. And I went over to the website for the company that makes the game. You said that earlier. You said who makes it. It's MOB Games, and they sell all types of official merchandise as well. But I went to their website, and they're like, it's for kids ages like 8 to 10. And I'm like, well, you're younger than that, but let me check the game out. So I watched a Let's Play. Do you know what a Let's Play is?
Like a tutorial?
Yes, very good. Like a tutorial. They basically play through the whole game. And I watched it to try to see if it was scary. And Poppy Playtime has a lot of what type of scares in it?
Jump scares.
That's right. There's a lot of jump scares. But there's really not any, like, inappropriate language. There's no weapons in Poppy Playtime. There's really not, like, blood in Poppy Playtime.
Except the stupid grab packs.
Oh, yeah. But, like, there's not really...
Grab packs are not even a weapon.
No.
They're just extendable hands.
Absolutely. And, like, there was nothing that I saw that I thought that it might be too scary, aside from maybe, like, some of the jump scares.
Like what? Jump scares.
Well, like, you know, what happens, basically, when Huggy Wuggy catches you?
He jump scares you?
Mm-hmm. How does he do it?
He hugs you.
Yeah, he hugs you and he spins you around real quick and he makes like a screams type sound or like a growl or something like that.
He makes like a sucking up vacuum.
Yes.
Vacuum sound.
Yeah, it's very sudden and it's a little scary. But as soon as that happens, it just basically respawns you and you get to try
like,
again.
Get up!
Yeah.
That is kind of real. That's very funny.
It puts like a little message on the screen to tell you to get up and to try it again. Basically, in Poppy Playtime, you get to take the control of a person who used to work in the Poppy Playtime company factory. And there they make all types of different toys. And the factory has been abandoned for 10 years. Do you know what abandoned means?
Not allowed to go in.
You're pretty much not allowed to go in because they don't work there anymore. The building is unoccupied. There's nobody in it. And this takes place 10 years after they shut down the factory. And the rest of your coworkers, the staff there, is missing. So you're going to find out what happened to them. And when you're going through the toy factory, what type of things do you have to do?
Tasks.
Type of different tasks. And you also have to solve...
puzzles.
Yep. There's a bunch of different puzzles that you have to solve using those. What kind of hands did you call them?
Grab pack.
The grab pack.
That's what they're called.
How do you use that?
You like hit the trigger to launch your hand and it grabs onto something. So that if you want to pull it back, you just hit a certain button and it pulls back to you.
There's one type of puzzle that we see a lot. That we have to use both hands for to connect something. Do you remember that puzzle and like
the one with where you like with the pullers and the 1 and 2 things you have to grab?
Yeah, and you connect them with electricity, and you have to use both your hands to bring the electricity through these other parts of a machine to unlock a new area. But what's interesting about Poppy Playtime is it's a lot of puzzles, like you were saying, Max, that you have to go through and then complete. And then how often do you think you see Huggy Wuggy in the game?
I only saw him like twice. The crazy thing is when you first see him, he's actually smiling like a real smile, not that creepy one. He's like a cute smile. But then when you see him in the enemy form, he has that creepy smile.
You're right. There's kind of like 2 different forms, that regular like friendly one and the enemy one. Once you are getting to the end of chapter 1, is there any attack that you have to do on Huggy Wuggy? What do we have to do to
drop a box on his head?
You do have to drop a box on his head in order to escape. But really, we're kind of just running away from Huggy Wuggy and then solving some different puzzles. And what's cool is the first chapter of Poppy Playtime is actually available for free. You can download it and you can try it out.
Chapter 2 is actually not free, but my dad bought it.
I did buy it. For a little while, it was actually on sale for only $5.
Why didn't you buy it then?
I did buy it then. I bought it and it was $5. I bought it during the Steam Black Friday or maybe the Halloween sale. But now at full price, it's $10. But it's definitely worth checking out if you like a scary type game. What do you think? Is this game scary? Is this game too scary to the max?
Not for me. I like it.
What do you like about it? Because I would definitely think that a lot of kids would be scared about Huggy Wuggy.
Well, I kind of love Huggy Wuggy. I don't know, I just have a lot of plushes and I like him a lot.
Do you think his face and all his teeth are scary, or do you think the jump scares are scary?
Jump scares.
Yeah.
Except PJ Pillows. His is kind of cute. Which is Huggy Wuggy's dog.
Yeah, his jump scare is not as bad as some of the other ones. Would you recommend this to people like in your class?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, do you think like other kids your age would like this, or do you think most kids your age would be scared of it?
If they do not like people with very sharp teeth, probably they would be scared.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of creepy music in this game. The toy store, the toy factory is really creepy. Huggy Wuggy is kind of creepy. The jump scares are they're really good. I remember when I first watched the trailer for this and I watched the Let's Play, like, this is definitely, I think, the scariest thing that we've had on Scary to the Max. But you really like this game.
This is kind of the first horror game I ever played.
I remember because before I saw the Huggy Wuggy plushes at the flea market, I saw this game on Steam, and I was like, this is too scary. Like, I'm not playing this game. And then you were asking me about it, and I was like, I can't believe he wants to play it. And then I started to read about it more, and I was like, I guess we could try. What do you think? Are you glad that we've played Poppy Playtime?
Yes.
And now we just played Chapter 1. We're working on Chapter 2. We're probably a little bit more than halfway done with Chapter 2. And Chapter 3 comes out sometime next year. Are you going to be getting Chapter 3?
Yes.
You're excited for it?
Yes, very excited.
And we play, I know you play this game, and then what other horror games do you play?
Rainbow Friends, Panic. I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's it for now. If this game was too scary, if somebody is listening and they think, you know what, I'm glad Max really liked that, but I think maybe Poppy Playtime is just too scary, what game would you recommend them to play instead that's maybe a little bit less scary?
Rainbow Friends.
You think? Yeah, I think Rainbow Friends is definitely a lot better.
Because Blue's jump scare is not scary. He just opens his mouth.
Yeah, the jump scares in Rainbow Friends are much more relaxed. Rainbow Friends is, how much money does Rainbow Friends cost?
It doesn't cost anything.
Absolutely. Where can people play it?
Roblox.
Roblox.
I
Yep.
think that's like the only place.
I think you're right. There might be, actually, you play it on Roblox on the phone too. So really anywhere you can play Roblox, you can play Rainbow Friends. And if you want to go check out Poppy Playtime, you need to get that either on Steam on the computer or on the the Google Play Store or the App Store for iPhone. So it's definitely worth checking out. I really like it. It is scary though. So Max, like on your scale of scary, how scary would you say this game is?
Like, what can I use? Like, what words can I use?
Is it not scary, scary, scary to the max, or too scary to the max?
Scary to the max.
Yeah, is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Pretty scary, it means.
Yeah, but is it just the right amount, or is it too scary?
Just the right amount of scary.
I gotta say, you're definitely getting pretty brave. And then in just a little while, we're going to be working on our next episode of Scary to the Max. Any ideas what you want to do for the next one?
I want to do Panic.
Panic, that game. That is a good game. And the only way to find out what our next episode is going to be is to subscribe to the podcast wherever you're listening to it. And we will see you again right here on
Scary to the Max.
That's right.
His name is Huggy. Huggy Wuggy, when he hugs you, he'll never stop. Your friend Huggy.